Hi, this is Heidi, and I want to thank you for joining me for the Crafty Maven Getaway YouTube hop. In honor of International Scrapbooking Day, today I wanted to give you a tour of my scrap space. So let's take a look. This is actually our home office, and during the week I work right here. I work from home, and this is my 9 to 5 spot. But in the evenings and on the weekends, this becomes my craft space. So you can see here we have a layout in progress. I'm going to take you over here to show you my cabinets. So this cabinet is a lot of ribbons and flair. I have a bunch of, this whole bin here is letters, rub-on letters, chipboard letters. This is where I keep my Copics, and I just have some mounted stamps that are here, the foam mounted stamps that are in there. These next two cabinets are paper. So I keep my paper mostly organized by brand. So all of my brands are up there, and there's different folders for each brand. That's just how I think of it. Cardstocks are in here, colored cardstocks on this side, neutral cardstocks on this side, and then up here is pages in progress. So let's take a quick look here at this. This is, a lot of times I'll get new product and I will put it together as how I kind of, once it comes in, I immediately kind of sort it of how I was intending to use it. So here's an example. I have the paper, the photos, a little note about what it is. Sometimes in the back there'll be a spot for embellishments. Of course, none of the ones that I've picked up have some embellishments. Here's a good example. Photos, there's a sketch of what I'm going to do, and some embellishments. Perfect. Continuing on, we have this last cabinet here, and this is a hodgepodge of things. We up at the very top, we have some card making supplies. I have some larger, like enlargements that I've had printed, and then the bottom two shelves are mostly things for mixed media. We have inks and crayons and daubers, and here are my stamping tools, some crayons here, 6x6 pads, more pens, modeling paste, and just an assortment of stuff in here. I see some stickles and some pens. Here is my tool caddy with my most often used tools that I can quickly grab. And I have my silhouette here. And then this isn't something, I don't believe that this is available anymore. This was several years old, but it is a magnetic board that you can put things down, you know, as you're working on them, and it's got a good angle. I mostly use it actually, not really for scrapbooking, but it kind of is my tray of where layouts that just need to be finished up or sitting and waiting for me to finish up. So all I need here is to put the date on and some journaling, but that's where it sits. Same here, all I need to do is just put some journaling and I guess the date. That seems to be the part that where I'll get to this part and then I pause. So continuing along the drawers here, this drawer is just a regular desk drawer. This actually is my husband's only claim to fame in this office, is that drawer. That's all he's got. I've taken up all the rest of the space. And down here I have some legal accordion envelopes that hook into the space. And here I keep letter stickers. So these are older letter stickers that I don't want to part with, but I have sorted here by color. And then over here we have, these are borders, all different borders, rub-ons and stickers and such. These are all different tags. This is more of like a 3D embellishment here. This is all rub-ons, all different kinds of rub-ons here. And these are all stickers. And that is those. These are things that I don't, really with me, out of sight, out of mind, but for now I have this space, and it does mostly the colored letters are the things that I'll go for. Oh, I need a green, letter sticker. Let me pull these out from here. So that's mostly what we have here. This is my trash can. And then continuing down along this, we have this row here. This is right behind where I sit. So I sit here and I turn around. And this drawer was really important to me. We actually designed this office. So when we designed it, I think that the cabinetry company thought that I was a little crazy because I was needing, I'm bringing out, 12 by 12 paper and measuring that and different things. But this drawer here was adhesives. And I really needed it to be right next to me that I could quick pull it out. And so I need my, tape gun, it's here. And the good thing about having it be so, easy to pull out is it's actually very easy to put away too. So there is my adhesives and some inks, but these are they don't seem like they would go there, but those actually are, I use those very often, so they go right there too. My next drawer is my tools. So in here we have the heat gun, and there's a sanding block, and a push pad, brayer, some stitching templates, there's a crocodile, and tools. Wide assortment of tools. This is a little bit more of an office-y type drawer, but it's all inks and printer paper and photo paper, and we have two printers here, one being a photo printer and one being just a regular printer. And so this is where I keep all the supplies so that I have those on hand. And then this is my camera drawer. So my camera drawer, it keeps my camera, but it also keeps some photos that I have printed and ready to go. So if I'm sitting down and I'm ready to start pulling out some photos, I have them in here, mostly sorted by, I'll have multiple pictures from this event in one slot. This book is actually big enough to fit 5 by 5 or 5 by 7, which I really like because I like to print my photos larger. And then we have the dates on there. Some of these my son wrote in, and maybe some notes about what it is, so that when I go to actually do the layout, I already have that information. I don't have to go hunting for the date. I know what the date is. So next I want to show you my most favorite cabinet. Probably one of my most favorite parts of this whole house. But in every time that we would talk about design of this room, this was the cabinet. This was all I talked about. And I love it. So on top here we have my paper trimmer. It's a Genesis trimmer. It's nice. It has the light on the side so we can see where we're actually making the cut. I have my basket of scraps. And then I have my stamps sorted by type in the Avery L pockets, and then on the back I keep the dies right there if they have coordinating dies with them. Little trash can. And then this is my smaller stamps. So a little stamp like this I wouldn't use to take up a whole thing. So those I just will go through all the time. Not the best thing because again, out of sight, out of mind, but I mostly know where those are. Okay. Sorry. There's my drawers. So I have in the top drawer here, I have a lot of larger desk pads and such. Also my Silhouette cutting sheets, my MISTI, different bigger tools like that. This is a lot of my little embellishments. Wood veneers all in here, mostly sorted by type and thing. And these are just little random bits that I've collected that maybe came together, and they're scrapbooking related, like these leaves, or maybe they're just sequins that I used for a birthday party and now I have them left over. Just different things here. I have my brads and my rivets, and I, for now, have them all still here. I don't use them as much. Maybe the brads I do, but the eyelets, I haven't punched an eyelet in quite a while, but they're here. And then I have some of these older embellishments as well. Again, right now I have the space for it, but if I ever, downsized my space, maybe some of that wouldn't stick around. These are my inks. I have some distress inks that I like to use for different techniques. as well as just general stamping. I mostly have the Lawn Fawn inks, and I also really like the Jenny Bolin inks still, but this next drawer is a little bit more of maybe on my mixed media things. We've got the gelatos here. I've got the watercolors. I have a bunch of embossing powders, glitters, flocking powder, crackle, distressed crackle, different techniques here. The next two drawers are stamps. So this is letter stamps. And this is more themed stamps here. My children use these two drawers the most. Actually, they use those two drawers and they love punches. They just punch and punch and punch. So mostly more generic punches here, but I do have some themes like this spade and this anchor. And then finally, the bottom drawer is just some larger pads of paper, or I believe these are actually photo prints that don't fit anywhere else and they need that large space to stay straight. I'm going to take you over to two more spots. This next cart is this is my helper. This next cart is my themed products. I have different folders here by theme. So birthday, baby, boy, winter, love, wedding, spring, summer, patriotic, travel, school, Halloween, autumn, and Christmas. And within here, if I bought it, it feels themey to me, it goes in here. If I'm doing a themed paper, I may pull these out and just see where I'm going with it. And the last thing that I have is I have a couple more cabinets here. Without going through them, this is where my die cutting machine is. This is where some paints are. This is my, I'm not sure this is some just really older tools. Oh, and a laminator. And this is my watercolor. I have a watercolor station and a shot box to take pictures of my layouts when I'm done. So the last thing here is my Raskog. So on the top section, I have a bunch of Project Life. So maybe not a bunch compared to what some people have, but I have, for somebody who doesn't do Project Life, I have a bunch. So I have my 3x4 cards here. I have my 4x6 cards here. This is all enamel dots. And then these other two bins have gotten a little crazy, but this is kind of bits and pieces. These are supposed to be all labels and little label stickers. In the back, I have a box of just bits and pieces, which is really where those other ones should go, although it's brimming at the top. And some journaling cards and a story kit that I have done nothing with. Down here we have some washi. I don't use washi on my layouts as much anymore. My boys love it. They love taping stuff with it, and I've been using it a lot on like decorating, wrapping gifts and cards and such. I have some of my pens down here, and in the very bottom I have a lot of thickers. These are thickers that have not yet made it to the drawer. This is kind of more of my newer things that are in the Raskog, my newer embellishments and such. And then down at the very bottom, I have some two large spools of thread that I've used for years now, still going. And then this is my basket of stickers. So what I like about this whole cart is that I can just roll it over to my desk. When I'm not using it, it stays where I pulled it from. But I can roll it right on over to where I am. And then inside of it, all of these little bins come out. So if I just wanted to take this out and sort through it and find, the letters that I'm looking for, I can. Back it can go and back it goes. As I mentioned, this is my office during the day. So I really have to keep things, both the crafting can't get out of control and then the office space can't get out of control. So I have to have things that quickly go back to their place so that if anyone else in the family is using the space, or just if it's time to work, at 7 a.m. the next day, it needs to be a place where I can function. So that brings me to the end of my tour. I really appreciate you coming along with me. Have a great day.